Hi, Josh Jr. here doing another in-shop adventure. This adventure is something I've just been working on, more tumbling stuff. It is, seen my last video, the one where I was showing the shop that I had the barrels rolling. I'll actually turn them on, turn it off for a short period of time. Well, this is what was in it, excluding that. So, just some agatized material, some jasper, things like that. Then it comes this oddball. This was in the QT12, and it's running Rhyolite. And I'm also putting the rejects, which there's a reject there. That one there goes over there. Rejects from these other three barrels, which reduced the level of these barrels down quite a bit. So I'm going to reach down here and top them off. And these are ones that's gone through one or two things of coarse grit. See that one there? Still a reject. It's going to go over that side. Those are good. A lot of these are petrified wood pieces. Just things from random batches that I've done in the past. That one there. That one there's a challenging one because it's got some unique characteristics with it. You can see there. That one there is not going to go in there. It needs to go in a muriatic acid bath to get rid of that dirt that's down in there, because 2 rounds of coarse grit has not gotten rid of that dirt in there. Sorry for the noise in the background, it's probably my ghost. So we will just go ahead and go through here and top these off. And just get them the appropriate amount of water put in there, get them rolling for a few more days, probably another 5 days on medium grit, and they'll be ready for some pre-polish and then polish. So yeah, just fun stuff that I'm doing out here. This is kind of the same day I brought home something quite impressive sitting right behind me, but sorry, that's the next video. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this new item I have behind me. It is impressive. So, but yeah, all these here are pretty much ready, except for the one I put on the ground, ready for some medium grit. And that's kind of what I do. Let's talk about that process a little bit. Now these here are ones I took out of my polisher because they were just kind of too big, so that's why they got the white all over it. No big deal. They're going to go in. Don't care. Doesn't bother me. I don't clean my rocks like everybody else does. I have no reason to. You've seen my results if you've been on my channel a lot. So I just do things my way. That's one that's pretty big too. I'll run it medium grit again. But what I do here with these is, this is typically towards the end of preparing my pre-polish cycle. Some of these probably could have gone into pre-polish and been just fine. But I just lumped them all together, and they will be treated as filler to fill up the barrels as needed, when needed, so I can run a barrel that's 2/3 to 3/4 of the way full. And when you're running volume like I am, 48 pounds of barrel capacity, it doesn't really matter if you have an extra 5, 6, 7, even 10 pounds of material just sitting around ready for something else. It's just kind of how I operate. You've seen in the previous video that I've got plenty of tumbling material to work with. So this works out very well. It actually maximizes what I can do, because I really prefer to be running these barrels when they are 2/3, 3/4 of the way full. I know a lot of people don't do that. I watch on social media where there's a lot of people running them at this depth, which is way down there compared to there. A lot of people run their barrels like this, even the little 3-pounders. No. Fill them to 2/3 to 3/4 of the way full. You're going to get your best tumbling action out of it. You're not wasting time. You're not wasting grit. Maximize every barrel that you can. And if you don't have enough rocks right now to roll it, then don't. You don't need to be rolling rocks if you don't have enough. Go out and collect some more. Go out and buy some more. Whatever it takes. Me, I just go out and collect them. I mean, this one barrel right here, it probably has material. It does have material from Saddle Mountain, Washington, from the Washington coast, northern Washington coast. It has material also from a wide variety of places of Central Oregon, southwestern Oregon, the Willamette River, the Willamette Valley, the Oregon coast. Just one barrel has got all that type of material in it. I used to be real picky on trying to keep the stuff organized, and some of it is. I have some of it that is going to be specific for the region or the type of material I'm rolling. Other than that, if it's hard and it needs to be tumbled, I throw it in there. I'm more picky when it comes to obsidian, but heck, I've also rolled obsidian in with this stuff and got a beautiful shine on it, so it doesn't really matter to me. I'll throw it in there. Now this batch here, this rhyolite, I'm not expecting this to polish. I'm just seeing if I can do it. I've seen other people try to polish this stuff and it only comes out with like a semi-gloss finish. And so my hopes are not very high on it, but it's going to get rolled one more time on coarse grit to knock some more of the bad spots off. And then it'll be started on a medium grit and then pre-polishing on into polish. I'm curious. It doesn't cost me hardly anything to figure out what this does. It cost me the cost of money for grit. I put 1 1/3 cups of grit per batch in there. So right now I'm going to be at roughly almost 4 cups of grit on this one batch, but I've been adding to it. And then I'll have another 1 1/3 cups of grit or something like that of medium grit, and then I have my pre-polish and polish. It costs money to learn how this stuff works. You just can't willy-nilly and try to be cheap on this hobby, this craft, and be able to figure things out. Yeah, could I have done this in a 3-pound barrel? Yeah, but why bother? I have this one sitting there, and I've got plenty of this rhyolite material sitting around, so I thought, why not? Let's give it a try. I'll experiment with it. If it's a fail, fine, it's a fail. I don't really care. So, 1 1/3 cups of medium grit, 1 1/3 cups of coarse grit, my white stuff, fill it to the bottom of the rock layer to the level, fill them to the bottom of the rocks with water, seal them up, and I'll roll them for 5 days. Pull them out, inspect them, sort through them. There might be some that will get added to this batch for medium grit, or all of it could get moved on to pre-polish. I don't know. I don't care. I'll figure it out at the time. It's just part of having fun. I don't stress over the stuff. I know I do things differently and it infuriates some people. I don't wash out my barrels between grit levels very much. I do a quick rinse the lids off, run with it. I don't burnish. That's the process of adding soap or borax or ivory soap or whatever and rolling it for a full 24 hours after you're done with that cycle that you're working on, whatever it might be. I don't do that. It's a waste of time. I've proven it's a waste of time. But some people want to waste their time and waste their money. Fine, so be it. Not my issue anymore. I'm done telling people on a good way of doing this stuff. Heck, I have even gotten banned from a Facebook group called Oregon Rockhounds because people don't like how I am. I am too strong. I am too stern. I am too vocal. Yeah, that was a group of 30 some odd thousand people, I guess, or something like that. Rockhounding group for Oregon Rockhounds. That they no longer get to be able to see the stuff I do. So if there's anybody who's in that group, be sure to thank the administrators for banning me. Fun stuff. That happened several months ago. I just now don't associate with those people because evidently I'm too harsh and I'm too crash for them because I'm not afraid to express my opinions. Look at the dendrites on that. That's going to turn out pretty stinking cool. Sorry, got sidetracked. Squirrel! It's just, I'm too harsh and I'm too crash for a lot of people. I speak my mind all too well, and I can back what I say up with evidence and fact, which I do on this channel all the time. So now that we've stared at these 4 barrels of rocks with a bucket of rocks, I've got to top that one off. And I'm going to top that one off on a different social media platform. And then I'm going to get these things rolling. So, comments, suggestions, questions, whatever. Throw them in the comments. Let's see what we can do. But this is my late afternoon project. On the same day that I got something that's pretty interesting that's sitting right behind me that you'll see on a future video. So I'm going to do something I generally don't do. If you're curious to know what that other something is, subscribe. Hit the like button on this one too. I generally don't ask for that. And while you're at it, go subscribe to the Mrs. Jaws Jr. YouTube channel and Sunday Drive. The link will be at the end of this video. So there you go, everybody. Here's what I'm doing. Just messing with some rocks, talking at you guys, kind of talking about my processes, what I do. So just remember, everyone's life is an adventure. Then there's mine, sitting here working on some polishing of rocks. That's going into medium grit and back into coarse grit. This is the Adventures of Jaws Jr. Have a good one, everybody. See ya!